Hello, and welcome to the LDM Show. I hope you guys are doing good. Oh, let me lower down this volume here. Hope you guys are having a good week. You know, you gotta start off your weekend pretty much with me, as I say, because tomorrow it is a Friday. But let's go straight to word on the street because we got a lot to talk about today, and it is going to be it is going to be a powerful conversation. So let's get straight to word on the street. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I know we talk about the MTA pretty much, but starting next week, it is official. MTA buses, cameras will be giving tickets to all drivers that are double parked or parked on the bus lane. They're going to be giving tickets. The tickets can run up to $200 to $300. So if you want to block a bus lane, by all means, if you got the money, do it. It's only going to cost you close to $300 and points on your license, so might as well. Go ahead. And if you double park and they can't get around you, that's another ticket. That's another ticket right there. So another thing you want to watch for. Also, for the ones that are blocking their license, so they won't get a ticket by the buses or they won't pay tolls. If the cop catches you, you might be walking because they could take your car away. So you're going to lose everything from blocking your license plate, plus a big fine of up to $1,000. So by all means, if you're rich and you got time for that, go ahead, block your license plate. Block the bus lanes. Let's see how far it's going to get you guys. Also, MTA is going to be doing another budget because they are going to be probably putting cops back on the bus routes. So, for those buses that you need the ticket, the express buses, and then when you come out, you're supposed to show your ticket. Well, check it out. If you need a job, they are going to be starting to hire on MTA police as well. What else I have here? Oh, okay. Students in Texas, in the University of Texas, kneel down during the national anthem. They all got their scholarship removed. So now they got to pay if they want to stay in the school. Is it a little too harsh? Some people would say yes. Hola, Rosa, how's it going? Some people would say yes, it's a little harsh to take their scholarship away just because they kneel in for the American anthem. But if you think about it, if I was one of those kids, I would have never got my scholarship taken away because I would have used the loophole. Be like, no, back in the days, people kneeled to the kings and queens or to the gods and stuff. So that's basically what I was doing. I was just kneeling to the gods. I would have looked for a way not to get my scholarship taken away. But here's a way that you would never, ever get your scholarship taken away. Stand up. If you are in their house getting a scholarship by their rules, then you should follow those rules. There are certain times for politics, and then there's certain times not for politics. In their games that they pretty much paying you because they paying the school. So they paying for your school for you to be there and play their game, not to play a game like kneeling. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go with the school on this one. That's like if you come into my house and I say no smoking, and then you get mad because I kicked you out because you wanted to smoke. Didn't I tell you no smoking? You know what I'm saying? So honestly, Yeah, but I think it's a little harsh for them to take their scholarship away. Maybe they should have maybe they should have suspended them or something. What happened? So I think they should have suspended them. But so far, that's all I got for word on the street. We're gonna take a commercial break, and I'm gonna come back with a guy that did something to some girl after traveling. You're gonna find out right when we come right back.
Hey everybody, I'm Lil D.
I am Javier Luis.
I'm Alex Polanco.
I'm Apollonia Cruz.
And I'm Kelly Kaboom.
I am Shirley Phillips.
I am Emmanuel Anzule. Do you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence
During their lifetime.
And domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone.
regardless of gender, race, or other factors?
2 out of 3 homicide cases are
Females who were killed by a family member or intimate partner.
As domestic violence victims, they face high rates of depression,
Sleep disturbances,
Anxiety.
flashbacks and other emotional distresses.
And without help, witnesses of domestic violence are more vulnerable to become abusers themselves.
Thus continuing the cycle of violence in the next generation.
Hello, I'm Charles Aloma. Join the LDM network and Safe Horizon and take a step into changing these facts. So if you are or know someone that is being abused, please call the City Domestic Hotline at 1-800-621-4673. So that is 1-800-621-HOPE.
speak up,
Speak out.
And make a difference.
And just know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There is help. All right. Well, and thank you. So welcome back. And I was just saying, about the scholarship being taken away. So we're gonna jump into one guy took a girl, paid for a travel, like plane tickets and everything, hotel, all this. Took the girl with him. So they flew, but guess what happened? She had her monthly friend, and he got upset and threw her out the hotel room, said, find your way back. I think that was a little too harsh, but the whole story is she knew she had it when he was buying the ticket to go. Come on. You know why you invite a girl to go over on vacation, you're in a hotel together. You know what's going to happen. So if you have your monthly friend, you should have not even took the ticket. You should have not even done things. But overall, there are other ways for pleasure. Even if she had a monthly friend, there's other ways. So maybe tomorrow or the next day it would have gone. You don't know. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the lady's side on this. That was a little too much. You took her away. And homie, you're dumb. Because if you would have said, no, I don't care, you can stay, no problem, we can always do this some other time, you would have wound up with some brownie points. You would have had a lot of good brownie points. And people or the female would have understood that a little bit more because you allowed her to stay there and allow her to be with you. So that's brownie points, you know what I mean? You could have made the loving a little bit better later on. But you screwed it up by throwing her out. I don't understand that. But that's life. But again, he threw her out because she had her monthly friend. That's kind of scary. You could have had a little more fun. There's other ways to deal with it. So, excuse me for not looking in the camera, but I'm sending messages to everybody to come online because the topic is gonna be smoking. Damn, I haven't heard that word for a long time. Smoking. But here we go. Anyway, so let me know. What do you think? Was he right for telling her to leave, or was she wrong for not even saying she had a monthly friend and still took the plane tickets, knowing what was pretty much on the guy's mind. So, I don't know. I would say he was kind of wrong, but then she was wrong. So, two wrongs didn't make her right, but it made it even. That she even had to sell her shoes to pay for the new hotel room. Now, she paid her shoes. Those had to be expensive shoes. I'm going to tell you that much. So, but anywho, we're going to get to the next conversation here. There was a outrage of a sign on a store. And people were saying it was kind of racist, it's kind of stereotype, blah, blah, blah. The store sign said, pull your pants up or don't come in. Again, let me rephrase that, or re-say it, I'm sorry. Pull your pants up or don't come in. I said it loud to myself. We have speakers in here, so I'm hearing myself. And I still don't hear where the racist part came in, where the stereotypes thing came in. No, it's a policy. And I bet you any dollar bet, the people that are complaining about it are the ones that say, well, it's a store policy, you have to deal with it. But now, all of a sudden, it's a store policy, but it's wrong. And then also probably the people that are complaining are not the ones that have their pants down. Because many stores that I've been into, the guys be like, yo, can you pull up your pants? And they pull it right up. I haven't even seen one of them like, nah, mind your business, this is the way I dress. No. So the ones that don't put their pants all the way down to their knees are the ones complaining about the sign. You need to mind your business. Let the people that they're talking about argue about it. It's not about you. If you're not wearing your pants down and you're walking into the store, then it's not about you. Let the ones that have to argue about it. Stop saying that they feel offended. They don't feel nothing. You're the one that feels offended. Don't know why. You're looking for a reason to feel offended. But it's not about you. But you need to put your pants up any old who. No one wants to see your crusty underwears. So put them up. But the store, kudos to you for putting that law on your store, your policy. Pull your pants up or don't come in. They don't really care if they lose that one customer. They got a lot of decent other customers coming in. So, but again, stop feeling offended if it's not about you. Let the people that they're talking about argue about it. Because 9 out of 10 times, the people that they're talking about are not even worrying about it. It's that one person out of the 10 that want to worry about it and has nothing to do with them. You know? Oh, the people were saying we need to pay for this and that. And then when you ask everybody else, they were like, no, we didn't complain about that. Oh, the black people, they don't like when you say like this. And when you ask them, they were like, no, we didn't complain about that. It's always a person that has nothing to do with it. The ones that feel offended or the ones that want to complain about it. So they need to stop that. All right, I got another one. This might hit. This conversation might hit people because, again, people like to get offended. Churches are going down with people going to church. People are starting to do it at their house. You know, they a lot of them are going spiritually. And one of the reasons why is that many churches, now let me say that again, I want to rewind. You know, if my engineer could click on that rewind button, we would have done that. But let me rewind this. Many churches, I didn't say all, so before y'all be like, oh no, oh my church don't do it, this don't, I didn't say your church do it. If it's not about you, then you don't need to say nothing. But many churches, the pastors of those churches are saying, if you don't give us money or you don't give us things to help or you don't give portions of your pay because God is the one that helped you get that job, then you're going to hell. That is crazy. And a lot of them that are on TV are saying it. There's one lady, I forgot to write the name down, on a video saying, I need everyone up here that has $5 in their pocket. Give $5. Give me $5 so you can get a blessing. It might not work, but still give me $5 for the blessings. And then she waited for a little bit. Okay, now I need all my $20 people that wants to have a better blessing. Come up and give me the 20. She went all the way to 100. I didn't know you can buy blessings. This is the first time I heard that. I was like, shoot, now at $100 of a blessing, I'm going to have to put something on layaway. Be like, yo, I give you $5 every single day, every week. Let's see, until I can get that 100 so I can get a good blessing. I didn't know you buy blessings. But the sad part is not the pastors of these churches asking for money and telling you you're going to go to hell. The sad part is the ones that believe them. That's the sad part. The ones that are on church talking about, yeah, you got to give him $5 if you want that blessing. Those are the sad ones. It's like how much mental power they have to make you believe that your God said, give me money for you can have a blessing or go to heaven. When, if I remember reading the Bible correctly, come as you are. He didn't say come with money, with your cupones, your EBT card, with all this stuff. He didn't say that. He ain't up there talking about, yeah, you can cash at me. No. Stop. People, if you're in these churches, run. Go to a church that doesn't ask you for all this. Go to a church that just wants you to be there because you're there. You understand? Don't ask you for no help. And if they do ask for help, donations. Everybody asks for help. Even, us sometimes we'll be like, hey, we need help for some equipment. Everyone asks for help. But they don't demand the help. Talking about, yeah, if you don't give us money, you can't come. Oh, your house burned? Well, if you would have been paying your tithes, we would have helped you with that. No. Doesn't work that way. You help anyway. The church is supposed to be there to help you no matter what. Not even if you don't even go to that church, but you're in the neighborhood. The church is supposed to come out and help. So if they asking for money and they not giving back, or if they telling you you're going to go to hell, run. That's not a church. I'll tell you that much. It's the devil in sheep clothing. That's what they say, right? The wolf in sheep clothing. But again, some churches, not all. So if it's not yours, then you don't need to speak about it. What happened? Yeah, cállate. If it's not about you, shut it up. I'm talking about these evil churches that, especially the one white guy that's on church, flying around in a private jet. And he don't make private jet money. He's a pastor. So how he got private jet money? Think about that. Pastors are not supposed to be getting paid and stuff like that. This is what I heard, and this is what I think, because they're doing it out of their kindness. That's like a monk or a priest going up to the church and says, I want to become a priest. I heard y'all got good benefits and y'all got a good 401k and all that. No, they don't. It's not a job for them. It's something that they want to do because they feel that that's their calling. Shaolin monks don't go up into the temple and talking about, so what's up? I'm going to get a raise. I've been stirring this rice for many years, doing flips and everything. Do I get a raise? No, because they know it's all about a spiritual way of they want to live. So anyway, I think that's what I'm lucky I don't go to none of those churches, because I would have been like, what? $5 for what? I don't need a blessing. It's a blessing that I'm here, that I'm filling up your seats. So watch for those evil doers. All right. Here is an advice that the FDA, safety, and Homeland, I don't know why Homeland got involved with it, but many of these people got involved, and scientists got involved and said, everyone has a cell phone, but they are advising you not to sleep next to your cell phone. Especially a lot of people, you sleep with your cell phones, then you roll over your cell phone and it starts getting hot. It's like having it in your pocket and then you feel the heat of the cell phone sometimes. They say those things can spark, cause a fire, or even have a light spark. not a heavy spark, but a very light spark, but enough to burn your skin. So they're advising everyone not to sleep with your cell phones next to you. Put it away. Also, if you've been having a hard time sleeping, you wake up, and if you wake up and the first thing you do is grab your cell phone, they're saying you have an issue. They're saying that you're mentally attached to your cell phone. The first thing you should be doing is getting up, stretching, go brush your teeth. Blah. Cell phone should be the last in your mind. So they're advising people to shut off your cell phones, which I don't advise you to shut off your cell phone unless you have a home phone. You have a home phone, shut your cell phone off. But if you don't have a home phone, what? What are you saying over there? My son's saying something over there. What happened? See, he over here talking about I lay in my bed and I'm on the cell phone. We're not talking about lay on the bed. I'm talking about wake up and the first thing you do is grab that cell phone. I don't first grab the cell phone. I relax, sit there, just look at the ceiling sometimes, go brush my teeth. Then I grab the cell phone. But it's funny about it because I grab my cell phone in the mornings to lay there, but I don't check Facebook. I don't check emails. I don't check messages. I go straight to a game. I've been playing one game that I've been trying to beat this one board. I go straight to that. And then when the time is going, no, but they're saying this because people are going to their cell phones and the first thing they want to check is the social media. Like, if they don't check it, they lost a day of the world. And is actually opposite. When you're not checking Facebook, you're not losing a day. You're not losing the world. You're losing the world when you are. And let me explain why. Because when you're checking social media, you only worrying about the world that is going on social media, but you lose what is actually going out in the real world, what is going out around your neighborhood, with your friends, with your real friends, not your social media friends. So you're losing out on those things. So when your mind is so controlled of social media and your cell phone, that delays yourself of getting up. That's why sometimes like people are like, I don't want to get up, because the first thing you did was grab that phone, and now you want to read everything that's going on in the world and social media, and you forget, like your time just goes by, and then you're running, talking about, see, this damn train is always late, making me run late. No, you made yourself run late because you want to be on that phone. Second thing they're saying about cell phones, which I've been saying a lot, and I always do this to my wife. At nighttime, do not be sitting there with that cell phone glaring in your eyes. Turn on a light, a lamp, something where it's a little bit of light coming in and it's not just. Or get the cell phone with the dark mode. Don't use the brightness in the nighttime where that thing is just hitting on your eyes. It's causing a lot of people with dry eyes, causing cataracts and everything else. And again, it's not causing it because you used it once or twice in the dark. Okay? I like to make sure people understand this. I'm not like other people talking about, don't eat this food, it gives you cancer. Then you find out you have to eat 3 pallets a day for 2 years straight to get cancer. No. They're saying if you're using it every single day for 3 to 4 hours a day for a whole year, you can damage your eyes. So why not? Don't start. Just don't use a light. Bring back the night light while you're using your phone. All right. Now, hey guys, I got for the men. For the men out there, especially the single men. Especially the single men out there. There is a village in Vietnam that 80 to 85% of the people in that village are females. So here in America, or pretty much, yeah, the whole United States, I think, are like 2 females for one guy. There ain't that many guys out there, and now it's going to be worse with everything else that's happening. But this one has 80 to 85% more females than men. So guess what happens? They snatch men and take them to their house. And some tourists have got snatched. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. But over there, they even 2 or 3 females marry sometimes one man, because there's not that many men to be married to and to have a family with. So they actually take these guys, and tourists, sometimes single guys, go over there for that reason, knowing that they're going to get one female at least to marry them, no matter what. Good thing or bad thing? Let me know. Comment below, and I'll see the comments while they pop up later on. But is it a good thing or is it a bad thing that guys go up there to find a wife? Now, I said a wife, a companion or something like that, but not to find love. Like, I know some people are like, oh, but you don't love them, you don't know them. They didn't go there for love. They went there for 2 reasons, 1 or 2. One, to find a wife, and the other one to have the horizontal poker, or both. But to think about it, come on, guys. That's too much women. 3 to 4 women, you're gonna be all tired, and then if you marry 3 to 4 women, then you only got 2 ears. So you got one nagging on one ear, then you got nagging on the other ear, then you got watch for dinner, watch for this. I don't know. Some of you guys can't even control one woman. Y'all want 4, 3 to 4. Come on now. But it's a real village. I checked it out in the Vietnam. So, and they have a festival, I think once a month or something like that, where the females dress a certain way. They dress their culture way, and they call it the marriage festival. So they go down there and they show, how pretty they look. Again, good thing or bad thing, is that showcasing a woman or downgrading a woman? I don't know. Again, I said I don't know because that is not me. To them, it's not offensive. To them, it's not a problem. So before y'all females, I think that's offensive, they shouldn't be parading these girls out there to get married. No, they've been doing it for centuries and they like it. Because, again, it's 85% of the people who live there are females. And they have to grab what they could grab. When you're in the supermarket and you only got like 2 chickens left and you want chicken, what you going to do? You're going to grab what's there. Right? I know that's a bad phrase. Yeah, right? But 85%. Now, I'd be like, if I was single, I think I would go. But I might not go because I don't got that luck. So I got the big fat ones and the ugly ones about, I'm going to grab him. And then start snatching me out, screaming like a girl. Help me! No! Because I see the pretty one in the corner. I'm like, yeah, she going to want me. And all of a sudden, the big one grabs me. You go now. They don't even know that much English and snatch me up. And now I'm in the room screaming. No. That's my luck. They're not my page. So, let me go to my comments. Hey, Yvonne. I'm sorry, I didn't go to my comments. I thought it popped up. Hey, Jay Sams, how's it going? So, like I was saying, hey, Apollonia, if 85% of females, and you're a man and you're single, hey, the village in Vietnam is where it's at. But now, there's another village where if you're single, if you're not single, if you're thinking about being single, thinking about married, it doesn't matter. No men allowed in one of the villages. Females do everything in that village. There's only females in that village. cook, clean, do whatever. And then they have a village that there's no females allowed. It's called the Woman Hater Club. That's kind of weird. I never knew that there were villages like this around the world. And there's one in Africa that they don't have men in there. It's only women because that's the way they want it. But how are they going to have their village grow if they don't have nothing to pollinate the village, if you know what I mean? You need two of them, right? So I don't know. Maybe they allow them to go out once in a while, like the Amish. You know, you can go out and then come back. I don't know. Or is it a village that the wives go to? I'm saying I don't know because I didn't read too much into it. But all I heard was there are villages that are only women allowed. So that's kind of cool. Is it a monster, like a nun place? I don't know. But that's a good question. But here it goes. When I said that they go for either a wife or the horizontal poker. They don't really go out there looking for love. You know? They're looking for companionship. Which brings me to the subject of the day. The difference between companionship and partner. You know, you got partnership and you got companionship. And a lot of people wind up with divorce after, hey, Ronaldo, he says, I think it's part of their culture. It is, but it's not really so much part of their culture due to the fact that, again, there's 85% female, so they had to do these things, but and that's why they marry so many husbands. They get so many husbands. I mean, well, they don't get so many husbands, but the man gets so many wives because they don't have no choice. Sometimes you have two wives for a man, and it's just because they don't have that much men in that village. So it's not shocking when you're in that village and they say, that's my wife, and that's my wife over there too, you know. So it's not, and then it's also not rare that the wife has another husband down the block. It's not rare because there's not that many guys. But anyway, a lot of divorces are happening because, and this is what I'm thinking, besides something else that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to flip your brain for a little bit. But it's a difference between marrying for companionship and marrying for partnership. And this is why and how you find out why you got married. And this happened, one person put a video up saying that her husband lost his job, and then a month later, she already broke up with him. And the guy was trying to find another job. He had enough money for himself to last him for a couple of months, so paying the bills and everything. She got mad and said, I left him because he thought that I was going to start using the money that I saved to help pay the bills and to buy food and all that. No, my money is my money and his money is mine. When she said that, I was like, wait a minute. I looked in the comments, find out she doesn't work. She never worked while she was married. So where did you get that money from? Either you were hoeing it or it was his money in the beginning in the first place. So it's his money in the first place. You wind up saving the money he was giving to you for you to go out and stuff, so you saved it. So it was his money in the first place. You didn't have no money. Second of all, this is why y'all broke up. Well, you wanted to break up because he wasn't working, and then he wind up divorcing you because you only went with him because you wanted a companionship. You wanted someone there to pay your bills, to pay this, to pay that. That's a companionship. That's not a partnership. That's why when people are married and you ask them how long they are married for, and you say 20, I can't hear myself. I can hear you. What happened, Raiden? Oh, okay. Well, I took the phone out. Go sit down, relax. This is live, and I hear him talking background. I'm trying to hear everything. Hey, what's going on, Moses? But what I was saying is, when you ask someone for marriage, you're asking someone to be a partner. So that's why when you speak to elders, and they be like, oh, we're together for 50 years, 40 years, it's because they got married and they did not marry for companionship. They married for a partnership. And that's why a lot of you get divorced, because you find out you really didn't marry him for love and partnership. You married him because he had money or he can do this for you. That's companionship. For that, you stay dating. If you want companionship, you date. You know what I mean? And if you want, especially me, if any female used to break out back in the days when we had to pay for our phones. People had to pay for their phones, and we had minutes. We didn't have unlimited that we can talk all day, all night. We had a certain limits. So when I was dating, and girls used to be like, oh, I'll call you, but I'm going to have to wait till my minutes reload, which is next week. I'll be like, okay, cool. Call me next week. I knew what they were saying. They wanted me to pay for the reload. Nope. Ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. There's a lot of more girls out there. I'll just call them. I know it sounds cold-hearted and all, but we're not partnerships. We're not partners like that. We're companionship, so I shouldn't be paying for nothing. You got your bills. I got mine. We go on dates. Now, the dates I'll probably pay for because I'll ask you, you want to go somewhere. But I was cheap back in the days. I used to do more, you want to come to my house? I'll cook and stuff like that. You know? Well, some of them, they were pretty, but they were not good enough for me to be hanging out in the streets with. They were too ratchet. But that's a lot of times why companionship is conditional. Exactly. Thank you, Mo. But if you're doing a companionship and then you're so used to having that companion there, and then you get married, it changes so much stuff around, and that's when the divorce happens, because you never reached to the partnership before you got married, or you never had the partnership mind. He lost his job. You never worked a day in your life. The money you saved, either, like I said, you were hoeing it, or he was giving you money and you saved it. But a partner would have said, okay, you can't find a job, but I know I could. So let me find a job until you can find one. That's a partnership. Or a partnership is, y'all both didn't have no kids, so y'all both should have been working. You know? Now, if a kid comes in play and be like, okay, we can do a certain way. You work during the day, I work during the night, or you don't work at all, and I find a good job that can pay for everything. That's a partnership. And that's what makes the marriage even raise up a little bit more. When you give and take, sometimes there's things that you can be like, I don't like he doing this, or I don't like she doing it, but it makes everybody happy. We're going to do it. That's what it is. So don't marry for companionship. Companionship, you can get a dog. You can get a pet if you want companionship. Get an animal. Get a stuffed animal. Get a big teddy bear. Something like that. It'll keep you company. Because that's what companionship is. Something that keeps you company. You don't want that. A partnership is everything. They keep you company. So now you got companionship inside that partnership. They help you when you're sad. They help you when you're happy. They embrace you. Companionships don't do that. Companionship, I'm bored. Let me call somebody. That's a companionship. I want to do the horizontal poker. Let me call somebody. Companionship. Okay? Those are the difference. But since we're speaking about divorce, and we're speaking about animals, I want to talk about animals in a few minutes. But since we're speaking about divorce, more and more females are filing for divorce. So that tells you, one, that men don't want to file for divorce. Either they just be like, let's separate, or they the ones that want to fight to keep the relationship. This is what the stats are telling me, because more and more the females are the ones fighting for the divorce. But it also can tell me is that the males screwed up so bad that the females wanted the divorce. That's what the stats would tell me on a man and female marriage. But then the lesbian marriage stats came out. Lesbian marriage has more divorce rates than a regular male and female marriage. Let me say that again. Lesbian marriage, which is two females, have more divorces than a regular man and female. So let's put those two together and find out what is the common factor in this. Now, let me go back, because I know a lot of people are going to say, I know what common factor you're looking at. The male and male gay marriages, male on male gay marriages, have less divorce rates than the lesbian. Think about that. But they don't have, the men and female one still has a high rate, but not as high as a female on female. So the common factor is, can we say it together like a chorus? Ah, the female. That is crazy. That is crazy. So what is it, and why is it that a female cannot stay with a partner? Is it they set on their own ways? Did they get married too soon? There's other factors that I want to think about before I say. But the common factor is the female. Not even another female can handle you. And then a male on male is less divorced than a female on female, and less than a male and female. So the males can get along together. Because again, we chill. Even best friends. Best friend men, guy best friends last longer than female best friends. Why is that? See what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be a man hating club like the Little Rascals, but we have to try to figure something out. What's going on? You know? I got people here. Hey, my brother-in-law is on. What's going on? Moses says, find out men are interested in the long term when it comes to marriage. And I was going to say that. Is it that men want long-term marriage? No, I don't think it's that. You think about it. Straight men are friends longer than females are. They stay friends longer. Now, I'm not saying all of them do. Like, again, if we're not talking about you, don't comment in my thing. Well, me and my girlfriend, we've been friends for 30 years. So then I'm not talking about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in majority, if they say 9 out of 10, a lot of people say all of them, but I never do. I say some, many. So many female friends do not stay friends longer than men friends do. And you know why? Because men friends, we can take a road trip and be like, yeah, oh, yo, hit that music. Oh, yeah. 4 hours later, we still like, yeah. A girl, listen. And then they come home and they start, oh, this girl had the nerves to say, because you got to remember, the more you speak and you start speaking about stuff, some things come out. Girl, like you, remember that other day? Oh, so you didn't like when I did that other day? No, I did. Now there's an argument going on because you didn't like her nail polish and the story came out or slipped out. Us guys, we don't worry about little nonsense like that. We be just chilling, you know? And men friends, male friends, are more outspoken to each other than a female is. And here it is why. You come out dressed like who done it and ran. The guys won't actually say, yo, damn, go back in and change. They won't say that. But they be like, oh, snap. Where you going? To the trash can? Oh, you went to the swap meet and got these clothes, huh? Secondhand clothes. Like, we'll snap on you on your clothes. And that's our way of telling you, don't come out like that, bro. Go get dressed. A female would know damn real you don't look good on that clothes. Girl, you working it. Mm-hmm. Look at you working it. No, she's not working it. She got a tank top with a belly sticking towards her knee. She ain't not working it. Why you lying there, homegirl? Oh, man, those eyelashes, girl. I was going to get a pair of those. Eyelashes what? They look like wings. They like this now. They used to be like this. They used to say hello to you. Now they be like, high five, girl. Give me a high five. But y'all don't tell them. Yeah, girl, you look good on that. You look good. Put it like this. Let's take weddings. Not everybody, again, if I'm not talking about you, don't comment. Weddings. The bride is so beautiful in her clothes. Not her beautiful, but her outfit. Because some of the brides are not that beautiful. But her outfit, very beautiful. Nice and and then you see the bridesmaids looking all ugly with their ugly dress with a big bow in the front. You know what I'm saying? Look at ugly colors and stuff like that. But then you look at the groom, nice tux with and then you look at the groomins. They all wearing the same thing pretty much that the guy is wearing. They all wearing nice suits because we want to make sure we look good and we all looking good. The female, no. They be like, girl. They envious. They be like, I'm the only one that gonna look good in this wedding. So to me, I think that's why. See, I'm lucky when we got married. She wore purple, and every female wore the same type of suit with purple. And they all looked cool. They all looked nice. My guys, we did the same thing. We had all vests on. Nobody there was going to look better than anybody else. You knew who was getting married. You don't need them to look better than everybody else. But females do that, and they say, oh, it's because nobody should look better than the bride. I don't know. I just think nobody should have the center of attention more than the bride. But looking okay, I think it looks better in picture when everybody looks nice. You know what I mean? What you think, Mama, on that one? Do you think bridesmaids should look as nice as a bride? Since you're a female, that I know.
I mean, I think if someone is getting married, like the bride in itself, there's a certain glow to them.
Yeah.
So they're pretty as it is. But of course, you want to look everyone pretty. Like you want your bridesmaids to look pretty as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really depends on the bride, right?
Well, maybe if the bride is ugly and the outfit is nice and pretty, maybe she does need the spotlight as much as possible. But that comes from the envy. That's why I'm saying like a lot of the females' friendship breaks faster than a male's friendship. Because when we males want to go, we all want to look good. We all want to do something the same. We all want to be. But in a female, there's always the like, even your best friend, if you don't know, your best friend is out there talking about you. Yeah, girl, I was only with her because she was crying, talking about her man again. Oh, God, because I hear it a lot. So I'm like, if you're talking about your friend to your other friends, don't be surprised if they doing the same thing to you. You know what I mean? Us, we'd be like, boy, and sometimes us guys be like, what? Nah, man, my girl don't talking about she gonna leave me. Us guys, we'd be like, yeah? So what's up? We're gonna go to the club or what? We forget about what you're saying. Well, so what's up? We're gonna go to the club? Yo, there's a lot of girls out there though. We chilling, we can go get another one. Because again, he was probably only with her because of companionship, not partnership. You know what I mean? Hey, Debbie, how's it going? Debbie, laugh out loud. Moses, some brides are set on the idea that she is the princess and no one should outshine her. And that, to me, is a problem. First of all, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't care how much money you have, if the bride wants a marriage that's going to cost more than her house or more than an investment, there's a problem. That's a problem. That's a companionship, not a partnership. A bride would tell you off the back, I don't need all this. I just want to get married to you. All that money that we're going to spend in a wedding, we can invest in buying a house, or we can invest and pay our bills. A small wedding with a family that cares for us, and that's what we did. Yeah, I might have gone to the Philippines, but I was going over there anyway. And I spent little bit of money because a lot of the family members said, Charles, don't buy that. I got it. Buy the food, I'll cook it. We're not going to pay for no chef to buy this food and waiters to come in and wait on all the family. That's what we got kids for. They had the kids with the giving the foods to the elders and to the grown. The food was on the table. Go help yourself. That's how it was. And we had the most beautiful wedding, the most beautiful time. I had a good time. And I spent less than I would have if I would have gone out to a regular vacation, just me, her, and my son on Florida or something like that. That's how good that was. So if you start by spending a whole lot of money, 10, 20,000, 30,000, and then you come home and talking about, yeah, now I got to work overtime because this bill just came and it came 300. Well, if you would have not spent 10,000, you would have been spending the money on that bill. See how that worked? So when someone starts off like that, oh, I don't want that. I want real French vanilla cake coming from France. Well, then you know what? You take a trip to France and find someone there because you're not getting that. You're getting your regular cake, and that's it. Oh, I want some crystal glass. Well, you know what? Walmart got this glass that looks just like crystal, and it's called crystal. We're getting that. It's $24.99. Matter of fact, I don't like some of your family members, so we're just going to get the plastic cups that look like nice, and they look like wine glasses. Because we're going to save that money for when we come back, we're going to move out of your mom's house and have our own apartment, have our own house or something. I don't understand that. When you're coming back and you got bills. So you're starting off your marriage already with issues. Remembering that money is a lot of the relationship problems. So if you're coming in a relationship with $100,000 in the hole because you spend $100,000 in a wedding, and then you invited people that don't really like you, you just wanted to show off to them, you're coming home, and now the male is the one that's working mad hard to try to pay all these bills back. Now he's stressed out. Now he comes home, you're stressed out. All that could have been avoided. I'm just saying. Deborah said, good. Moses says, it's like the rule of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Yes. Just keep it plain and simple. I heard people that had simple weddings brag more about it. And not even brag. The way they speak about it, it's like, wow, that sounds fun. Bragging is when, yeah, my wedding, oh my God, my gown was like 15 feet down. We had and then they you know, we had, wine. I was going to go for the 1918 red wine, but since they didn't have it, I had to go for the 1919. We had these elegant glasses that came straight from a little village in France. And come on, that's not that you were happy about your wedding. That's you bragging about that how much you spent on a wedding. I didn't hear no happiness in that wedding. I had the same gown that I had was the one that made Beyonce's dress. He made my dress. I still don't hear no happiness in there. I hear bragging. So if you saying the stuff that was in your wedding, then that means you didn't have a good wedding. That's just my opinion. Hey, keep it up. One more, Moses is going on it. He said that type was raised with the idea that a man who loves her will give her what she is entitled to. Perfect wedding. No, what she's entitled to is a happiness for the rest of your life. That's what you're entitled to, because everybody in the world is entitled to be happy. Now, are you going to be happy all the time in your marriage? No. You know, sometimes I get mad when I go in the kitchen and there's no more juice. There's things that, and I'll be like, I'm going to get a divorce. I'm done now. We're not going to keep doing this, okay? We're not going to keep doing. Who drank a little bit of milk and left this container? And there's only 2 other people in the house. So.
I'm sure it's you.
No, but we laugh about it and we understand there's going to be issues. How you deal with the issues is totally different. If you're going to take a little thing like this and make it big, that's the problem. But you're going to make it as big as possible and make it all about you and not about the partnership, that's the problem. I know humans are humans. We're going to be selfish sometimes in a conversation.
No, but I think at the end of the day, weddings are subjective, right? So a good wedding to me may not be a definition of a good wedding to you. Like if I'm a simple person, then maybe a simple wedding is for me.
Correct.
But if you're a person that wants lavish stuff and you can afford it, by all means, be happy and,
Exactly. If you have the money, but these people that don't have the money and want to spend $100,000, $20,000, and that's why they be like, when's your wedding? Oh, in about 2 years. You know why? Because they saving up for the 2 years to make that wedding. If you got to save so many years to do a wedding, then that's not a wedding for you. If you got to brag, I don't care how much money. You can be a billionaire. And you start saying, well, my dress was made by the same designer by Beyonce. We had 1918. If you start saying that, then that was not a good wedding. That's a bragging wedding. So that's what I'm saying. There was no happiness in there. So when the guy doesn't give them that no more, because it all started in the wedding. So once you started giving them everything and you stop, there goes the divorce. But I'm Charles Aloma because I got to divorce you until next week. But we'll come back together next week, and we'll have a lot of more conversations. But keep the comments coming because I'm going to go online and comment on some of the comments myself. But perfect weddings, there will never be a perfect wedding. There's always something. I always wish that I had a camera on me 24 hours a day for the whole month that I was getting everything ready and sneaking because this was a surprise wedding. You know, we got married through City Hall in New York City, but I had the wedding over there and she didn't know about it. So we didn't find the right vest. The first time the vest came out for the guys, they had the colors was not even matching. And then I'm an American. I'm not a Filipino. They had me in the small vest. I'm like, yo, I'm not small. So it was funny. And we laugh about it. Me and her brother, we crack up sometimes. We're like, yo, remember we had to drive here, drive there. And, we had to act like we were going to the store. And it was fun. It was so funny. And that's what made the wedding. So if you ask me, you're going to hear all the jokes. Nothing about how much I spent. It's all about how much we ran here, ran there. We had to get her grandmother. The van that had to get the grandmother was running late, so we were almost at the wedding before the grandmother got there, and so we had to tell our driver to delay and drive around like we were almost lost. And she was like, what, the driver didn't know where he was going? He knew, but we had to act like we didn't know because we were waiting for the grandmother to get there and we were waiting for that text. So it was crazy, but it was so fun. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have fun. Remember, the Puerto Rican Parade is coming. The talent show is coming. Check out our page and find out where we're going to be at. And we have the Nothing But Woman Power, which, again, is going to be so many people like Dancer's Dreams with Debbie, who was just on, is going to be there as well. So check out my page and find out where we're going to be. We'll see you next week. Keep the topics coming, and I'll keep on talking about them. See ya.